Um, I have to go into SCED, and you have to go into SCED. Click on the class. A yellow button will appear at the bottom that says feedback. That's your participation form. You need to do that. If you didn't do it on Monday or Tuesday, if you look at the top of SCED, it'll give you the option of viewing previous classes. So you can go backwards into Monday's class and access that participation form that way. If you have not received an email from me, please put your name and, let's, 1 second. Please put your name and assignment in the chat, and I will add you to my email list. Before I forget, now I'm looking at this slide. Some of you expressed an interest in the light, and I just really want to advise you. I did put links for the equipment in the resources doc, which I will put into the chat right now. Oops, I sent that just to one person by mistake, sorry. The equipment that I showed you yesterday, there are links to where you can purchase it on the bottom of that document. And I was happy to see that one of the items that had no longer been available is now available again. That's that gooseneck phone holder. That's available again, which is good. But I wanted to say to you about this light that I have. And I said it in the document, I just hope people read it. This model runs on a battery, which is great if you're filming on location. It's not great if you're a teacher who's Zooming all day. And it didn't come with the plug adapter, which I'm bummed. And like last night, I forgot to recharge that battery. So I woke up this morning thinking, charge it as fast as you can. So I'd have light for you guys. So I did link you to another model of the same light, which is actually cheaper, and it has the plug. And as a teacher, you're not going to want this battery model because it's stressful. Anyway, so today what we're going to do, not to freak you out or anything, we're just going to do this. No problem, right? I want to go back in and talk about that audio that I wasn't able to explain yesterday. I want to show you how you export your project when you're done with it. And then there's a few other things I want to do, but we may not get to all of them today, but one of them involves this, like all this stuff here is about your YouTube channel. And the good news is all that stuff that I have notes on here, I have a separate video, that 10-minute video, just about customizing your YouTube channel. So when we get into that YouTube stuff, don't feel the need to take notes because, I mean, if that works for you, you could just get that information from that shorter video. Don't think I'm going to get to it, but I also want to show you how I use an app on my phone to pull videos off the internet. This will probably have to wait for tomorrow, but it's an important one. Okay, let's head over to, do we have any burning questions before I dive in?
This is, can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah, so my question is, it's a really quick question, and you've probably already been answered, but anyways, I just wanted to know, like, when I'm in iMovie, and at the top, like in my movie library, I want to know, how do I delete
stuff out of there?
Yeah, delete stuff out of there. Correct. Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know that I necessarily have an answer. Let me just say, I was,
The reason why I'm asking that question is because I have a lot of, I have, not a whole lot right now, but I do have stuff in there that I don't want. I don't want to just keep putting stuff in the same
Yeah.
old thing. So
Yeah.
it gets kind of confusing.
Yeah. So when you're here, you can delete the project, right? By clicking on the three dots and deleting the project. But this, you can see, never seems to go away. And the nice thing about that is, like, if you know you had all these, like I needed these videos, and I knew that I had been, even though I deleted the project, I knew I had made a video with this airplane and ambulance. And so I could access this media really easily by, even though I deleted the project, the media is all still there. I do not know how you get rid of it though. Let's take a look. Let me see if I hit delete. No. Okay, so that's a good question. Oops. Let me do a little research on that and see if I can come up with an answer, because I don't know myself. Sorry.
It's okay.
Right click on the video.
Okay, let's go back. Oh, there you go. Okay, there's your
Yeah.
answer. Thank you to
Okay,
that
hold
person.
on. So what did you do?
So in this list down here, I do a right click on the name and I have an option of deleting the event
Okay, so I go to my movie.
and drop down that long menu.
Okay, I'm not seeing the menu.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. When you're in iMovie, do you see all, like, is this what you wanted to get rid of, right?
Right, some of the stuff, right.
So choose one of, like, right click on the thing you want to get rid of that's in that list. That's what I mean.
Okay, right click. I'm on a Mac though.
Okay, two finger click
Or option click.
or option click. Can you share your screen with me? Do you feel comfortable doing it?
How do you do that?
Go back to Zoom, click on Zoom in the dock.
Okay.
And at
Zoom.
the bottom of the screen, there's a green share screen button.
Uh-huh.
Then you have to click on your desktop and click the blue button that says share.
Okay, got it.
All right, here we go. So see that you only have one though, right? Click on that 72720 with two fingers. Go back to that 72720. Either click on it with the option or click on it with two fingers. Are you on a laptop or a desktop?
I'm on a laptop.
Yeah, two fingers clicking on that guy. No? Yeah, there it was. And there you go.
Okay.
Boy, you're really on top of that. You only had that one thing. You could see what kind of stuff I'd accrued. I didn't know how to get rid of that stuff.
I mean, this is the stuff right here that I'm trying to, some of the stuff I want to get rid of.
All right, try double clicking on one of the clips. Yeah. See that delete showed up. Did you see it?
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Okay, all right, thank you. That was my question.
That's a good question. Can you stop sharing? Or I can just start sharing and that'll stop you. All right, so any other burning questions? I might be seeing a hand, but just unmute and speak up.
Sorry. Okay, I was trying to do audio yesterday. This seems to be my thing. And I was trying to stretch out the audio so it would be as long as my,
Yeah, no, you can't.
but I couldn't even get what came up on audio, you know, when the green thing came up on the top part, I couldn't even get it to cover the whole thing. Remember how you said yesterday, you click on it and you should be able to get a white or a yellow marker around it. Well, it wouldn't go around the whole thing that was even in the audio thing before I moved it down to the timeline. And I'm not sure.
Can you share your screen with me?
I can. Hold on. I'm in your screen now. Let me see.
Oh yeah, let me stop sharing. Sorry.
Let me see if I can get back to my where I was. Wait, hold on. Sorry. Okay, so here I was. Let me share my screen. Whoops. I can't figure out where to share my screen.
Okay, click on Zoom in the dock at the bottom. And at the bottom edge, after you click on Zoom, you should see a green button that says share
Oh, yes,
screen.
okay. Oh,
And
I
then
see.
click on the desktop and then click the blue button that says share.
Okay, got it.
There
Sorry.
we go. No worries.
So,
All right, so
I just picked, I just randomly picked one based on what you had said, the jazz tempo one. And it
That's
did,
the whole clip. See how it fades out? There is no more to that clip.
oh, there
It's,
isn't.
it's only a
because-
1 minute clip. So if you go to audio at the top,
Yeah.
You wanna sit in that chair right there? I can move the chair for you. Yeah, you wanna sit in that chair?
is that your
Okay, so-
video I'm hearing? I'm hearing someone talking about sitting in a chair.
No, it's not
Okay.
mine.
Okay.
But
So
I went to,
go sound effects.
sound effects, and then I went to,
And you
light
see how
effects.
it tells you the duration of the clip?
right,
It's-
1.2.
Now
But when
click
I was
on that clip
Oh,
and yeah.
man,
Now
I
what
couldn't
it's
for the life of
showing
me
you,
get it. I
Yeah.
couldn't.
I'm not sure why.
It's
but
only
what-
working because you're here.
Yeah, exactly.
And how do I add it at the end if I want it to go a little bit
Yeah.
longer
Just drag it down there. That white box one. Drag
again?
it down. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Now what I would do, is it going to show up? Try that
No.
again. Someone wrong.
All right. Here.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Now what I would do if I were you is you can see your other clip trails off.
Yes, I do.
So I would chop that trailing off part off.
Okay.
You don't want it to trail off. You want it to, so try and get the edge of that. Try again.
Hold on.
Yeah, grab that. Yeah, pull it in.
Like say here.
Yeah, and then try hitting delete. Let's see if that just takes that out. There you
Ah.
go. And then move the other
I-
guy closer.
Oh, I see.
And you know what? If you're really, if it's a loud volume and people can really hear it, if it's down at 10%, a glitch of jumping from one clip to another. If that's not working, click on your clip over there, the one you're trying to move.
This one up here?
Yeah, no, you were trying to move something in the timeline.
Yes, I'm trying to move this
Grab
over.
it from the middle. Grab it from the middle.
Oh, I see.
Then it'll move over. Oh, all right. Well, select the whole, no. Click on it and don't be on the edge. Don't be on the edge. Click on
Oh,
it.
don't be on the edge. Okay.
And now try and move it over. Is it moving with you? No.
Doesn't
See
seem
if
to
you
want.
can-
Oh,
there
there
you
you
go.
go. Whoops.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Okay. All right. Got it.
So if it's at
Okay.
a low volume and it's in the background, it won't make a difference if it's not a good transition. But if you're using it like as music that people can hear, you're gonna listen with your ear to the phrases in the music. Now I'm not a musician, but I know enough to know there are good places to cut, and you'll adjust that because it
Okay.
looks like your volume's pretty high.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna share
Thank
my,
you.
yeah, that's a good question. So let's talk about audio. Again, when you want it, you come over here to audio, you're gonna click on sound effects. You have a choice of some different sound effects in the sound effects file, and then many more things in the iLife sound effects file. The places where you're gonna find songs is in jingles and in theme music. And they're listed by time, so if you want something longer, head on down to the bottom of the list. And things will often come in a long and short version, so you can sometimes find that same song just a little bit longer further down the list.
Can
When
you
I'm sorry, what's up?
longer songs in jingles, but what was the other thing that you said that you can find other music?
In YouTube, there's beautiful music for free. And when we get to YouTube, I'm gonna show you where that music is. If you have an iPhone, the iMovie music for iPhone is better than the iMovie music for the desktop and laptops. I'm gonna try and show you tomorrow, but if I wind up running out of time, I'll just make a video for you guys. How do you move a song from your phone into your laptop or desktop? You basically just make a video of it that has just a black background and the song playing. and you export it, and then you save it to your photos library. Then you can bring that in on your laptop into a project, and it comes in with that audio track, which you can detach, get rid of your black video that you have on top, and put your clips there.
Claire,
Yeah.
does that work for Spotify? Because I saved like a song on Spotify on my iPhone, and I really wanted it on my laptop, but I couldn't figure out, even signing into Spotify, even everything on iCloud, I couldn't access it, or I couldn't download it, or I don't know.
Okay, so I don't use Spotify, so my information about Spotify is nothing. Did you say you downloaded it from Spotify?
I wasn't able to know, and
Yeah, I would imagine with copyright laws, you can't download stuff.
okay.
You'll notice, like in music, you can't access your iTunes if you have iTunes. My workaround is I play the video. I mean, I play the song, and I hold my phone next to it, and like I just put my hand over the camera because I don't care, and I make a video. You could probably also just do a voice recording on the phone. I'm not quite that intelligent, but I just make a video of me listening to the song. That's like highly not okay, because clearly they don't want me to use the song. Clearly they're trying to stop me from using the song, and I'm going to great lengths to take in that song. I've done it, and I'm proud. No, I'm not.
So
But
you layer video clips, or would you then upload that video and separate the sound from the image and get rid of the image? I see. Okay.
yeah, that's what I would do. But because like I did this wonderful Black History Month video for our school last year, and it just really, I'm sorry, I mean, I just really needed to use some music, and I wound up using some copyrighted music by doing that. And it's on YouTube, and I keep waiting to get my strike. I'm waiting to hear from them. Oh wait, they actually did get in touch with me. They said to me, we noticed you've got some copyrighted material in there. And then they said something about like don't monetize or something. And then they didn't do anything else. And when we go into YouTube, I'm going to show you where you can see what your status is as a channel. I think they give you 3 strikes for copyright infringement and 3 strikes for community guidelines. And then you get removed from YouTube, which would be awkward if you did that with your job account, right? Okay, moving on. Audio. Sorry I choked yesterday. So if I were using this audio clip, and oops, what I just do. So let's say I wanted to have the music, it's acting really weird. Not clear why this thing keeps disappearing to nothing when I do that. All right. I'm not sure why, but I'm going to try this one more time. No. All right, let me get this out of here and bring it in again. Oh, and the person who was asking me, can you see how I've done something where this white thing is just one little part? That's probably what happened to you. And I can't seem to do anything about it. So I'm going to come off of it and come back. Now I got the whole thing. I think what must have happened to you is somehow you selected it, and then when you brought it down, it was only giving you that little part that was selected. Okay, now it's behaving better. All right, so what I've done is I have music, and I want it to be loud during my title, and then I want it to fade out. And if I look up here, and someone was trying to say this to me yesterday, whoever you are, sorry, I didn't notice. When you get the back and forth arrows, oops, no. I need to be on that tiny blue dot. I'm gonna have to zoom in maybe some more.
Oh,
And I don't want, somehow I need to get this little dot, no, and drag it in. There it is. All right. And I don't know if you can notice, it gives you that slope, and that's your fade out. And so you can make the fade out be as long or as short as you want. Let me take this off so you can hear it. And then we already talked about how I could put this volume down to like 6%. Actually, yeah, if I were talking, I would want to do that, right? I'm not actually talking, so I wouldn't want to do that on this video, but let's pretend I'm talking here. So I would put the volume down. If I wasn't talking and it was some other situation, I can use that same tool to fade in and fade out. Now I want to show you another tool. Let's say you want to get really sophisticated. Like I'm at the beach, I'm looking at this octopus, and then, so I want the music playing while I'm looking at that octopus. But then I speak up, and I'm just saying a couple of words. So just in the middle of that clip, I want the volume to go down so you can hear me, and then I want it to come right back up. I could chop them up and do it that way. Here's another option. If I'm at the point where I'm speaking and I want that volume to go down, I hold down Option and I click on my volume line. And I would probably want, I believe, 4 of these. Oops. When you have 4 of these tiny white dots, that allows you to go down for a short time and then come back up. So this is what, let me get.
Can you show us again how you got those dots?
Yeah, so all I did was, and this is what I couldn't remember yesterday. The tricky thing is it's because you have to hold the Option key down. Maybe it's also a right click, I don't know, I don't think it is. You have to hold the Option key down and click on the volume line. And when you do that, a white dot appears and you can manipulate those dots to get that deep valley, like volume going down and then coming back up. I find you need 4 dots, 2 to stay up on the end and then 2 to come down in the middle. And this is what it sounds like when you do that. So maybe I would be talking in my video. I have a lot to say. So that's cool, right? So that's all that audio stuff I was trying to show you. Now I'm going to tell you, like, there are some advanced features that I do want to share with you. For now, I'm holding my tongue because I feel like I need to do the beginners of everything. And I might lose people if I go into some of that stuff I started drifting into, which is the clip trimmer and the precision editor. So I'm going to hold off on those things for now. Make sure I got the basics covered. And if I have time tomorrow, I'm going to try and hit those 2 things, clip trimmer and precision editor. One of the things I wanted to show you is when you have a photograph, if I click on the photograph, let me put my stuff out of my way. Up above here, the preview window, I have these tools. If I click on this one, it's telling me I'm using the Ken Burns effect. I don't know if I went off on Ken Burns. Sometimes I do. I don't know if I did that with you guys. He's a famous documentarian. He did Civil War. He did baseball. I don't know what else he did. Vietnam War, I think. And he used this method where you use these still photos, but you make them more engaging by like sweeping across them or zooming in, and I can find it to be nauseating if it's done too much, but it can also be very cool. If I didn't want it, I could click on fit, which would be just a straight, there you go. Or I could crop to fit just one portion of this. Especially if you have a photo that is in portrait, you're going to want to use Ken Burns so that the viewer can sweep down the photo in a close-up rather than seeing it in that thing with two black things on the side. I want to show you how you can use the Ken Burns effect. So you're going to drag this window to where you want it to start. And then you're going to drag the other window to where you want it to end. And like you can even, like, if see how I'm shrinking the window? That means it's going to zoom in. So I'll show you what that looks like. Oops. And that can be beautiful with the music accompaniment behind it. So I kind of regret being so negative about Ken Burns, if you've heard me be that way, because in the right hands, it can be good. It can be really nice. Now you saw how that went a little fast for my taste. When I click on the photograph, one of the tools up here I have is information. And here it says duration. I might want to slow that one down. I might want to be that one to be 5 seconds, maybe even 7. Scandalous. And then I don't know if that was 7 seconds, didn't feel like it, but anyway, so I just wanted to point out those features to you. Now let's talk about exporting. So you finished your project. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I want to talk about one other thing. Now, if you're doing what I do, which is you get kids to give you videos and you compile them, some of your videos are going to come to you in this portrait mode. And even though you'll ask them repeatedly, do not do that. I don't, so you have options if you get this. You click on the clip. You click on this tool up here. So I could crop to fit. And the only thing I can do here is drag this rectangle to the portion of the screen I want. Or I could do the Ken Burns effect. So maybe there. So I'll show you what that looks like. So that might be a better option, or the crop to fit. Or the other option is this way, which with the dog jumping, maybe that's the best. So I wanted to point out that to you. If you get stuff in portrait, that's some of the ways you can deal with it. I'm sorry, someone said something?
I have a question. So if kids, your directions to them is if they're recording a video that they're going to send to you, you ask them to use landscape mode where you're, if they're using a phone, is horizontal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But it doesn't make any difference because people keep giving you stuff in portrait. But yeah, I asked for the landscape. Anyway,
And one more thing, do you care about what format or any recorded thing on a phone emailed to you works for these videos?
no, it's sometimes a bit of a job to get it into the right format. Um, I'm trying to remember. It might be the web. There was a format that I struggled with, and I think I found if I put it on Google Drive
Uh-huh.
first, I'm gonna have to think about that. Once you get it into iPhoto, you're fine. So anything you can get it into iPhoto would be the way to modify the.
I had a lot of problems with this with my assignments, you know, where parents would submit stuff so many different ways.
Yeah.
And so to open up, I love this idea of making video, but to open it up and wonder what format I'm going to get kind of scares me.
Now, I think one thing. So, what grade do you teach?
I teach second grade,
Oh,
but
good.
but in Google Classroom,
But you're going to be using Seesaw, right?
well, I don't know. I mean, are they making us do that?
Oh, I would use Seesaw. No,
You do? Okay, you would anyway. Okay.
I mean, for this reason, because in Seesaw, they have the option of just recording themselves in Seesaw.
Okay.
And they also have the option of uploading a video from their device. Now, as a teacher, you can then save those videos to your camera roll. That's an option in Seesaw.
Okay.
And that would make your life so much easier.
Okay.
Yeah. Who am I talking to right now? Sorry.
Shauna Suzuki.
Oh, hey, Shauna.
Hi.
So Shauna, I might,
The format issue was huge for me because I also was trying to use an iPad so I could write comments on their writing and return it back to them. And so I did find a way eventually, but it was not easy.
it
I know
shouldn't be,
that's a whole other issue, but
yeah, no, it's an important issue. I'm wondering if you used Flipgrid. Is that what it's called, Flipgrid? Are you familiar with that?
I am familiar with it. Yes.
So if you wanted them to submit videos, and you're struggling and you're wasting time on reformatting them, or
Uh-huh.
I believe you could get Flipgrid to give it to you in a format that you could use. Like they put their answer up there. I haven't used Flipgrid other than as like someone asking me to record a video. Let me play with that tonight and see. Like that might be your workaround if you don't decide to use Seesaw.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question. My question is, how do you, if you want to rotate the screen, if you want to rotate it to a different, how would you do that?
Yeah, that's a good question because when I do some of my filming and I use a tripod and then I do my little thing, and then when I'm done and I'm looking at the video, I look, oh, darn, I filmed it sideways. The whole video is sideways. You can fix that. When you bring it into your movie, up here, you're going to go, no, what am I going to do? I'm getting confused. Oh, here we go. Let me go to, so in here, up here is where you can flip your video. Is that what you're asking?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, that's where you can do it. That'll happen to you on a tripod. Like you think you're filming it in landscape, and when you look, you find out the whole video is sideways. But the lucky thing is you can get it back by flipping it over.
Claire,
Yeah.
I actually recorded something and I did part of it landscape and part of it portrait.
You would
So
have to go in and clip that,
The
split
part,
that
okay.
clip and flip the one that needs to be flipped. That's what I-
Okay, thank you. That's what I thought I'd have to do, but I wanted to check. Thank you.
Yeah, if it's one. Now, how do you export your project when you're done? You're going to go to File, Share. And this is, now you can go straight to YouTube. Go ahead and try that. I've had frustrating experiences with that. Maybe it's gotten better. I just stopped doing it a long time ago and I never revisited it. What I do is I do file and I go next. Oh wait, let me go back here. Here's where you can pick your resolution. I go high. I don't go best or custom. I just go high, and you can play with these things. I never really, other than, I usually just leave it the way it comes, which is this. And then click next, give it a name. It's going to be saved in my documents folder. I could choose where I save it. Let me put it on my desktop instead. And then click save. Now this will take a while. It doesn't spin, it doesn't let you know that it's taking a while. But if I try and quit iMovie right now, are you sure you want to quit? Tasks that are currently in progress will not be completed. Don't quit. And eventually you'll get a little message up here that says your file is ready. While we're waiting for that, I'm going to head over to YouTube. I think I'm just going to close this and start all over again.
Claire,
Yeah.
if you're making these YouTube videos and working with the Berkeley email, who owns them? Are you still the owner of your videos, or does the district own them?
Yeah, good question. When I started doing the distance learning, guys, I gotta run. Unfortunately, I didn't come with my power cord. Let me go get my power cord and come right back. Give me 1 sec. Sorry about that. 1 second. If anybody was talking, I didn't have my earphones in, so I didn't hear you. Yeah, so I'm going to head over to YouTube. Your question about do you own your videos? I'm going to switch over here, switch my account. I was using my private account because of that reason. If I'm going to do all this work, you can believe that these are my videos, not your videos. But to be honest with you, who cares? I mean, for my videos, they're not anything that anybody's going to fight me for, but they do belong to BUSD. And when I leave BUSD, that channel gets deleted. Like that, you can transfer stuff over, but it's not easy. And the funny thing is, so in the middle of all this, I realized that using my personal YouTube account was not going to work because BUSD devices were having trouble accessing it. And on the resources page, I have a document from BUSD about how to make your YouTubes accessible on YouTube, your videos accessible on YouTube. Step 1, you should use your BUSD account. Step 2, you should make that account for children only and never do anything else on there that's not for children. And step 3, even if you do those things, it probably won't work. But if you do it consistently for a long enough time, the YouTube computer thing will recognize you as a safe channel for kids, and the kids will have access to it. Just so you know, sometimes there'll be a link that says like that you're approving it for BUSD. That button is meaningless. It doesn't do anything. Go ahead and click it, but it has no effect whatsoever. So despite the fact that it's not your intellect, like you lose your privacy and whatnot when you use your BUSD account. For these instructional videos, you should be using your BUSD account. And I believe if you go to YouTube, you automatically are on YouTube. And so let's talk about how do you get that video that I just downloaded, and I bet you it's there. Let me see if no. Let me see if I try and quit iMovie, if it'll tell me it's okay. Yeah, it's there. All right, so let me switch my account. So I have multiple accounts. Miss D210 is way, way, way long ago when they first gave us our Berkeley.net accounts. I went ahead and started my YouTube channel. So I'm going to switch to this account. The interesting thing is when I did decide to go from my Attracta account to the Berkeley account, I thought, okay, I'd like to move all those videos over to my Berkeley account so it's all in one place. And they even have in YouTube Help how to move your videos from one account to another. And I was so thrilled when I finally found that in YouTube Help. And when you click on it, it says you cannot. So I was like, dudes, do not put it up there as a title. If you can't do it, my hopes were like, yeah. So what you have to do is you have to download the videos to your device and then upload them to your other YouTube account. It's a pain in the neck, so I didn't really bother to do it. I just left those videos over there. And I, like in mid-spring, I switched over to my Berkeley account. So now that in iMovie, I had done that thing, file, share, and I saved it. Now in YouTube, if I click this camera with the plus sign, it says upload video. And now I'm going to select the file and I put it on my desktop. Here it is. No, wait, I don't think that's on my desktop. Hold on, that's not it. Anyway, it's one of these guys. So now it's going to upload it. And here's where I give it a title. And let me get this out of my way. At this time, I cannot choose the thumbnail because I haven't uploaded it yet. I can choose a playlist if I had a bunch of playlists. I have made my channel made for kids, so it automatically goes to this. And I'll show you where you can do that. If your channel is not made for kids, then you will have to do this for each video. And if you want your BUSD kids to access it, you need to do this. Again, it probably won't even help. I mean, it eventually over time. I don't do anything here. And here is where you choose if it's going to be public or unlisted. If you choose private, no one can see it but you. So the question would be, why would you do that? And that would be like using it as a storage device. Because my advice to you, when you're done and you've, so I'm going to click publish now. And it's telling me it's going to take 4 minutes. Now, I would not leave this window. I would just put my computer on the side. And I might even go into the settings and tell my computer not to fall asleep. That's over here in the settings for Mac. You click on the light bulb. And you can click never for this and never for the battery. Now, if I were you, I would make an alarm to remind you to go back and fix that later if you do that. Because you'll actually damage your device by not letting it go to sleep. It burns the monitor. Maybe that's old school. I don't know if that still happens, but I don't think it's good for your device. So you're going to have to be patient because this is a really short video and it's taking a bit of time. And your videos will probably be a bit longer. What could I be talking about while we're waiting for this thing to upload? I think I'm just going to close it because I don't think it matters. So once you've uploaded it, let me get rid of this guy. Once you've uploaded it, over here, you can click on your icon, and one of the choices you have is YouTube Studio. Now in YouTube Studio, I like to go to the videos. And let's pretend this is the video that I just uploaded. We can go back in and edit that. And what I would want to edit is the thumbnail. They're going to give me 3 choices. Now, normally their choices are terrible, terrible, terrible choices. Like they catch you when you're like making a face or something. So what do I do if I have 3 bad? This is actually a good choice. I'm going to come over here. If I did not like any of the videos, I would open up that video I put on my desktop, and I would play the video. See, I might like that one little bit where there was like that sprinkly stuff on the, so like, let's say I wanted that. I get this guy out of my way. Then I do Shift Command 4 to grab a screenshot. Or I might wait and see like some other part, like if it's a picture of you, and you're like, oh, I look so pretty there. Let me take that one. And take a screenshot. So now I can go back onto YouTube and I can upload my thumbnail. No, it isn't really. How is that possibly not so big? All right, let me go back. All right, so apparently the one I took was a little bit too big, but so you take your screenshot that you like and you choose that, and then you click save, and that will change your thumbnail. And to me, that's really important that you be able to make your own thumbnail, because because I think that like that student engagement is really, the visuals are really important on what your video looks like when they decide whether or not they're going to watch it. I want to show you over here in the analytics. This is a really good thing as a teacher, and I like to go to engagement. So nothing has been happening on this channel. Let me go over the last 360. Oops. Oh, so it's processing data. Let me change my channel because the other one had. So I'm just switching to my other one, going to analytics, engagement. And this is telling me in the last 28 days what's been happening. I can change it to the last year. So here, last summer, I took a road trip and my niece and I made travel videos. And so that's why we had a lot of views here. I really have no idea what this is. And here is where we started distance learning. And then here is where I switched to the other account. And then I did some video academies this summer, so that was this. And now here, recently people have started. I see the average view is 2 minutes, 46 seconds. And that's brutal, because that is not much. What I try and remind myself is that is an average. So if someone opens your video and then decides not to watch it and closes it, their 3 seconds is averaged with the person that watched the whole video. So, but it is good to know. In the past 28 days, the average has been 4.5 minutes. I'm going to stop for a second. Um,
Can you see how many people watched
Oh.
your video?
yeah, sorry, let me go back, share screen. When you're over here in the videos, you can change it from public to unlisted if you need to. Here's your views over here. So like, I'm seeing that these videos of previous classes got watched. But when I was doing it earlier this summer, I spent a lot of time uploading these videos and I looked at my views. I'm like, really? Okay. Guess I didn't really need to upload those videos. But this is back when I was teaching. And so these numbers really make you feel good. Like, okay, nice. I only have 21 kids. So people watched it more than once, you know? So those numbers are kind of feeding you as a person who's sort of working in a vacuum. It helps you to know that people are watching. Okay, and then I see up in the corner of my screen, it's telling me that iMovie successfully exported my video.
Quick question.
Yeah,
If you change the option from public to private, does that affect your students' ability to see it?
yeah, only, and I'm just realizing now that I forgot that I'm supposed to go to the doctor right now. I was supposed to warn you guys that I have to jump out of here at the end. Let me talk about that tomorrow if you can remind me.
No problem.
I actually have to just abruptly end this meeting and leave, so I'm sorry about that. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow.
Thank you.
And if you have burning questions, you could quickly put them in the chat. I'm quickly going to remember to save the chat. All right, guys, see you tomorrow. Sorry for the abrupt ending to today.